Vukovic is an artist about whom we can easily say, during his whole life, he created with same intensity and sincere artistic curiosity. Numerous works which are held in private and public collections testify that his art leaves no one unmoved. Through the exhibition and catalogue Art Gallery Lalasevic displays 44 works from the artist's legacy which encompasses a few phases. From 1970s, when great poet Danilo Kist noticed his talent and wrote about him, until the last phase and works which were created in the year of author's death, and which have been publicly displayed for the first time in this exhibition. Artist's self-portrait is reproduced on the publication's covers. 3 Zoran Vukovic's images actually represent 3 forms of his visual expression and 3 steps in creation of Vukovic's art. From geometric and color abstraction, symbolic language of form, to author's powerful personal mark, which is perceived through his displayed image. Noticed for his build and voice, uppermost and brilliant in the way he used palette, Zoran Vukovic remains unforgettable figure for those who met him. Art critic and art historian Jovan Disptovic wrote in the catalogue for the memorial exhibition, held in 2011, following words: explosive, vigorous, mettlesome, his art reflects his character. Energetically, fiakili, one could say, without thinking and calculating. The passion, ease and order with which Zoran Vukovic shaped his paintings came from deep understanding of the nature of painting medium. Above everything, Vukovic was exceptional and quite unique, and we can freely say, a great painter. While analyzing titles of Vukovic's paintings, one gets the impression that they were executed in company, in some sort of interaction. Zoran Vukovic created with an insight into, and respect for, the works of others. He had profound understanding of the oeuvre of his professor Stojan Celić as well as artworks of giants of modern art, Gauguin, Cezanne, Van Gogh, holy fathers of modern art. By revealing the process itself through the titles of his paintings, Vukovic shows chivalrous quality of his artistic personality, inclination towards dialogue as a place where one can find a unique and original expression which exists in, and which is being articulated through, interaction and debate. Imaginary or real promenades, tea parties and talks with artists who had more or less similar sensibility brought to life canvas of extraordinary artistic quality and original visual signature. The way in which Zoran Vukovic's art exerts influence on our senses is similar to music. Vukovic was inclined towards abstraction in greatest part of his opus. Even in times when figuration revived on global scene, he glorified the beauty of what Kandinsky called spiritual in art, consistently and with great artistic zeal. The color is the element of visual form over which he masterfully ruled. Mettlesome but highly aesthetically articulated stroke is a distinctive feature of Zoran Vukovic's brush. Still, he didn't lack clear and precise geometry, especially in visual dialogues with Professor Celić, who favored such expression. Vukovic didn't cite Professor, but he established communication with him, aiming to reach the balance between 2 opposite visual expressions, spontaneous expression of color and gesture, on one side, and rationally planned geometric abstraction, on the other side, and, at the same time, he indicates that art speaks many different languages, which is a quality in which her beauty lies. 2 sources of inspiration dominate Vukovic's work, nature and eros. Or are they the same thing? Creative and destructive power which nature exhibits in the moments when it pours through dynamic and piled coats of color in the great flood, or vigor and power of erotic charge in the painting storm begins in Tanya's garden. He moved through cyclical artistic phases, often returning to his prior stylistic and poetic beliefs. In paintings executed in 2011, Vukovic returned to figuration. Color on these paintings is purple, eroticism is explicit, and it breathes with freshness of artist's spirit that celebrates life and beauty, beauty in which he gazes in his last unfinished painting with Carousel. The passion for life emerges from whole his opus, which is why his paintings have such magical influence. He used to say that he created alive death natures in his painting. It rarely happens that expressive and dominate works simply and harmoniously communicate with every surrounding in which they are placed. You are always in good company with paintings of Zoran Vukovic.